Welcome back to Worldwide Truth Foundation. This is not just another teaching. This is a moment of recognition, because there comes a point in every true awakening where something shifts. Not quietly, not internally only, but visibly. Up until now, everything has been happening within you. You selected truth, you were examined, you confronted illusion, you removed what was false, you crossed over, you entered stillness. But now, something begins to appear. This is the mystery of 16 Nisan, first fruits. And this is where many people finally realize, this is not just something I feel anymore. This is something I am becoming. Stay with this carefully, because today you are going to recognize the evidence of your own awakening. In the pattern revealed through the Torah, first fruits was never just about agriculture. It was never just about crops. It was prophetic. It was symbolic. It was a declaration. Something new has begun. Not fully grown yet, not fully manifested yet, but undeniably real. The first fruit was brought forward as proof. The harvest is coming. And now understand this deeply. First fruits is not about what will happen. It is about what has already started. This is where many miss it. They keep waiting for a big moment, a dramatic change, a perfect version of themselves. But first fruits teaches something different. Transformation does not begin with perfection. It begins with evidence. This means you may not be finished, but you are no longer who you were. Something inside you has shifted, and once something shifts at that level, it cannot go back. Many people think resurrection is something external, something physical, something visible. But the deeper truth is this. Resurrection begins in your consciousness. Before your life changes, your awareness changes. Before your environment shifts, your perception shifts. Before others see it, you know it. This is the first sign of awakening. Now listen carefully, because this is how you recognize if this is happening in you. Things that once confused you no longer confuse you. Delusion becomes easier to detect. You begin to discern truth faster, not because you are trying harder, but because something in you is awake. Your thoughts begin to change. Old patterns don't feel as strong. Negative thinking doesn't sit the same way. You begin to question thoughts you used to accept automatically, and slowly, truth starts guiding your thinking. You begin to notice yourself, your reactions, your decisions, your patterns. You are no longer moving on autopilot. You pause, you observe, you choose. That is awakening becoming visible. This is where many people go wrong. They expect immediate perfection, instant transformation, complete change overnight. And when they don't see that, they think nothing is happening, but first fruits reveals this truth. The beginning of change is not perfection. It is evidence. So do not ignore small shifts, new awareness, moments of clarity, because those are not small. Those are signs of life. When first fruits appears, it carries a message. What has started will continue. If you now see a little more clearly, greater clarity is coming. If your thinking has begun to shift, full transformation is coming. If your awareness has awakened, stability is coming. This is the law of first fruits. What appears first proves what is coming. Up until now, your transformation was internal, private, quiet, unseen. But now, it begins to show in your decisions, in your responses, in how you handle situations, in how you see yourself. And sometimes, even others begin to notice something different about you. Not because you are trying to prove anything, but because truth cannot stay hidden. This is important, because many people are already changing, but they don't recognize it. And what you don't recognize, you don't strengthen. So take a moment and reflect. What has changed in me? Where do I see more clearly? What patterns no longer control me? Where am I thinking differently? Do not ignore those answers. That is your first fruits. This is not the time to rush, not the time to force growth, not the time to prove anything. This is the time to observe, strengthen, protect what has started, because early transformation is powerful, but it must be nurtured. This is the day where Yahweh allows you to see. Your change is real, not imagined, not temporary, real. Because once truth begins to manifest, it cannot be reversed. You are no longer the same person, controlled by the same thoughts, bound by the same patterns. Something has begun, and that beginning is proof of your transformation. Because the moment you begin to see differently, your life has already started to change. Speak this with clarity and conviction. I recognize the evidence of new life within me. My eyes are open, my mind is changing, my life is shifting. I honor what has begun within me. I am no longer who I was. I walk in awareness, clarity, and truth. What has started in me will continue. 16 Nisan is the evidence, because you do not need the full harvest to know it is real. The first fruit is enough. If this message spoke to you, then you are not here by accident. You are awakening, and we acknowledge you. Thank you for choosing truth. Thank you for staying on this journey. Thank you for awakening. Now don't keep this to yourself. Comment what has begun to change in you. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe to Worldwide Truth Foundation for more teachings like this. Because truth is not here to create followers. It is here to awaken you. And your awakening is just beginning.